Imagine an MPV that gives 70% of Innova Crista's comfort for just 40% of its money. Is it a dream for car buyers? Here's the catch. The Maruti Suzuki Ertiga and the XL6 are both extremely value for money cars in this segment. They actually cater to the needs of a entry-level 7-seater car buyer, which also suits for a large family, which consists of a husband, wife, their children, and their grandparents. So do watch the video to know about these twins, why they became an instant success for Maruti, especially in the Innova Crista dominance market. First of all, there are two versions of Ertiga. The normal Ertiga is a 7-seater which has a bench seat configuration in the middle row, and the XL6 is a slightly sportier version of the Ertiga which has a captain chair seats in the middle row. The XL6 also commands a little premium over Ertiga for its added features and added elements exterior. Now let's talk about the Ertiga. Ertiga was launched way back in 2012 as a competitor to Innova. It became an instant success for Maruti because it was extremely fuel efficient, it had the right amount of features, it had an attractive price tag, and it was also having a reliable sourced engines, especially the 1.3 liter DDIS engine, which was extremely popular among the diesel engine, and it was manufactured by Fiat and supplied to Maruti. At the beginning, Ertiga was quite sparsely equipped. It just had steering mounted audio control, a basic stereo system. It didn't get a climate control system, and it also had dual airbags. It didn't add any other safety features except ABS, EBD, and dual airbags. That was a big bummer for people looking for a safe MPV, and they constantly flocked into Innova Crista. Maruti was quick enough to note the defects of original first generation Ertiga, and they soon addressed it in the second generation Ertiga. What they did is they made the chassis 30% stiffer by using hardtech platform. Although the hardtech platform is constantly criticized for its lack of safety, Maruti did ensure the use of high tensile steel in most of the chassis components, and the Ertiga was also quite future loaded in its second generation, which was launched in 2018. What did it get is it got an automatic climate control, it got an touchscreen audio system with navigation, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, a new MID display for driver side instrument cluster, and it also had a steering mounted audio control, telephony control, rear AC controls along with blowers in the central row, and also it completely had a revamped interior setup which had an airy ambience as compared to previous generation Ertiga. So it was an instant success for Maruti. The engines were same as before, which was the 1.3 liter DDIS engine, diesel engine, and the 1.2 liter petrol engine, which was later replaced by 1.5 liter VVTi engine, which was also extremely refined and had adequate performance in its tarmac. So what happened in this market is people quickly realized that Ertiga had 70% of all the Innova Crista's creature comforts at just 40% of its money, where the Innova Crista's base model starts at 17.37 lakh ex-showroom. During that period of time, the Maruti Suzuki Ertiga top model cost nearly 12 to 13 lakh on road, which was extremely value for money. It actually catered to the needs of an entry-level 7-seater car buyer. So this is the point of time where the game actually started in its sales. Sales were constantly increasing for Ertiga, whereas for Crista it got constantly reduced. It was selling at 6,000 units per month, whereas in case of Ertiga, it was selling constantly 8,000 to 10,000 units every month, which was a huge success for Maruti. After this, Maruti quickly realized that there is a set of car buyers who need a 6-seater version of Ertiga, and they eventually launched the XL6, which was slightly sportier counterpart for its Ertiga sibling. And this XL6 was a very instant success due to its aggressive front styling with LED headlights, LED fog lights, rear LED tail lights, and side skirts and new alloy wheel design, which increased the ambience of exterior looks. Also, it incorporated a hybrid system which was famous for SHVS, Smart Hybrid Vehicle System, in Maruti's counterparts. Interior of the XL6 was also added ambience and comfort. They had plush leather captain seats with the individual chairs, and also quite a decent spacious third row. They also had cruise control, a touchscreen Android Auto system with Apple CarPlay, and all the necessary creature comforts like traction control, rear AC with blowers, and the same amount of features as that of Ertiga. In spite that they lacked that 6 airbags and other essential safety features, which was a real bummer in Maruti Suzuki stable until now. So here we'll do a little market analysis. These MPVs retail at about 11 to 13 lakh. So 11 to 13 lakh has a lot of compact sedans and compact SUVs. So instead of buying a compact SUV, we can also prefer these MPVs, because these MPVs are proper 6 or 7 seaters. They can seat 5 adults plus 2 kids comfortably. So in spite of you're having a large family, you can definitely prefer these MPVs as compared to a compact SUV, which are nothing but jacked up hatchbacks. And these Maruti MPVs also add a decent luggage carrying capacity with all rows up. So they are extremely practical in Indian road conditions. And also being Maruti, service and after sale support are top notch, and spare parts are not even a problem in Maruti Suzuki's lineup. Eventually, what happened in the automotive market is every automotive enthusiast felt that Ertiga is much more value for money as compared to an Innova Crysta. Innova Crysta being a size bigger, Ertiga being a size smaller, it had all the necessary creature comfort that an Innova Crysta has at just 40% of its price. So Indian people got to realize that Ertiga could be the right option for an entry-level car buyer. So they just constantly increased the production, and the sales got jazzed up. There is also an upcoming model called Toyota Rumian, which is a rebadged Maruti Ertiga model from Toyota. And Maruti is going to launch the facelifted versions of both the Ertiga and XL6 this year. So let's wait for the improvements in both of these models. And they are also planning to launch the XL7, which is the 7-seater version of XL6, which might get some premium features. So thank you guys.